What's going on, everybody? This is KDW for the Wealth Wells Trading and Training Community, coming at you again with another how-to video on Active Trader. This is part 1 of the Active Trader training series, how to set up your Active Trader so that you can come in and out of trades efficiently like a Wall Street well. So stick to the end of this video, click the link below to subscribe, to like and subscribe, and stick around to the end of this video so that you can view the second video, part 2, and look at how an elite trader sets up their Active Trader view to help you, or rather to help myself, enter and exit trades pretty swiftly. All right, so looking at my screen right away, guys, after you log into TOS, you're going to want to come up to your charts view at the very top there. You have a couple of tabs here: monitor, trade, analyze, scan, market watch, charts, tools, education, and help. We're going to talk about the charts tab here, and I am in the flexible grid option here, okay, because I want multiple grid views. I want to manipulate this grid. That works for me. Now let me say right now, you can set your chart up how you like. I'm simply giving you the tips and tricks it takes to be as efficient as possible. So in this training, we're going to cover about 5 topics. Number 1, we're going to cover hotkeys. How do you set up Active Trader so that you can use your keyboard to enter and exit trades swiftly? Now I know some of you guys point and click. Hey, that's okay, that's fine, but that is not how an efficient trader wants to get in and out of trades. Yes, I use the mouse. I'll point and click sometimes. Sometimes things are not moving that fast. That's fine. But a lot of people in the Discord have asked me for this information. You guys have asked me, what does my view look like? How am I able to get in and out of trades so fast? So I'm simply providing that information for you. Yes, I do use the mouse at times. However, the majority of the time, I'm using hotkeys to enter and exit trades on the dime. Number 1, we're going to talk about hotkeys, all right? Number 2, we're going to talk about how to set up the Active Trader. What's the view I like to see? This is not a full tutorial on TOS. No, I don't do that. You guys know that. I also do not work with beginner traders at this level. You can definitely come into the Discord if you don't know anything about day trading, and you can sign up for training from one of our elite. And after you do that, you can get some one-on-one coaching and some online coaching on how to be an elite day trader. So do yourself a favor right now. Click the link down below. Come into the Wealth Wells Discord. After you come in and you accept and you read over the rules and the welcome and you get verified, then you're going to want to click the trainings tab, one-on-one bookings. You're going to want to sit down with an expert and let us help you. Listen, I see a lot of people lose a lot of money in the market, and they do it just very easily. Actually, they don't care about losing money, but for some unknown reason, people will not pay for specialized focused training. So I'm here to tell you guys, come over to the Wealth Wells, click the link down below. Once you get into the Discord, click the one-on-one bookings, sign up, do yourself a favor, sign up for the training so that we can help you trade like a Wall Street well. Now, so after you log into Active Trader and you go under the Charts tab for Flexible Grid, you're going to want to set your grid up. You're going to want to set your grid up so that you have 3 window panes here. All right, 3 window panes, and that will help you view or set your view up the same way. So to do that, you'd want to go up to the top there, and you want to select flexible grid or customize the grid. You select this icon or this little check box right here, and then it's going to give you different options so that you can select 1, 2, 3 or more different arrangements here. Now I'm not going to select it right now because this is not a how-to video on that. I encourage you guys to go ahead and look at the go ahead and do a quick search online for hotkey setup or TOS setup. It'll take you to thinkorswim.com, all right, and it'll give you the 8 steps for setting up hotkeys or setting up your flexible grids or things like that, all right? So we're not going to go into specific detail on how to set these things up one by one because this video will just be too long. The reality is I'm doing some aftermarket prep right now or some pre-market prep right now, and I just want to help you with what my view looks like and a couple of preliminaries. But I do want you to go to thinkorswim.com, look up, type in your keyword for what you're trying to do, and follow the steps there. And each step is kind of broken down for you so that it's easily digestible, and you can kind of understand really right away how to set it up. All right. So anyway, in the how to set up for your hotkeys, you're going to go to the upper right hand corner and you're going to hit something called setup. Now I know it's kind of cut off on my screen here, not a big deal, but in the upper right hand corner there's a gear wheel that says setup. Click setup, then click application settings. After you click application settings, you're going to get this window like this, right? After you get the window, you're going to go over to hotkeys. Once you get hotkeys here, you're going to scroll down to Active Trader. What you're saying to the application now is, hey, I want to configure a specific key arrangement or hotkeys for different functions. That's all you're doing. That's all you're saying. In this case, you're telling the application what function you want to set the hotkeys for. So in this case, it's going to be Active Trader. All right, so we're going to be working with Active Trader. And we want to, for example, we want to say, hey, when I'm operating in Active Trader, I want to automatically buy. I want you to enter me into a market position on an option fast. I don't want to wait, right? And I don't want to click it with my mouse. I want to hit 1, 2, or 3 keys to get into this position. So in this list of Active Trader options, I see buy market, Alt B. Okay, I'm going to click buy market, and then the function in the configuration for the function will appear to the right. Now I know that I'm configuring Active Trader and I'm configuring the buy market option. This means that in a normal setting, if I didn't have a hotkey and I'm in Active Trader, I would queue up the option here and I would simply click buy and it would give me the amount of contracts to the left. Okay? But I don't want to click anything. I simply want to hit my keys or my keyboard very fast and I want to get in and out of trades. To do that, Active Trader here under hotkeys, select buy market, and then I want to customize the hotkey. Now, if I've got none, then no hotkey will be applied to that. Right? It won't be configured for it. That protects me if there's a mistake, if something happens, I won't by mistake be entered into the trade. So this is very important if you're using hotkeys to make sure that you have none selected by every single position that you do not want to use a hotkey for, because you could make a mistake and you could be entered into a trade by mistake. All right? But in this case, we do want to set up a hotkey function. So we can use the default. If we click the keys Alt and B, Alt B will buy us in. Now I like that. I don't mind. Alt B is fine for me. But let's say you want to customize it. Well, you don't have to use Alt B. You can customize it and say, well, I still want to buy, B for buy, but I like the furthest key letter to the left on my screen. While my right hand is free to navigate with my mouse and click different windows for charts, I want to hit the keyboard very, very smoothly without thinking. I just want to find the right tabs. My hands are automatically on them. So for me, I like Control B. Control is the lower left hand button on my keyboard. B lines up nicely with my thumb. Hey, Control B, I'm in and out, right? Same thing with if I want to sell. If I want to sell the ask, right? Or I want to sell at market, I could do the same thing. I can set a custom, I can say Control, and then I can just say Control S, right? Or something to that effect. Control Alt S in this example, or whatever the case is. Now you'll notice you'll get errors if the hotkey is already assigned, and you can simply start to reassign it. Now these hotkeys here aren't my normal hotkeys. I'm just giving this, setting this up as an example. I've cleared away my settings so that I can reset them for you guys. But this is essentially what I would do. I would simply go Control S. I'd set up my hotkey there, or leave it at Alt S. That's no problem for me. Or I'd set it up Control Alt S for sale order. Okay, I want a little more. Sometimes I want one extra button to hit so that my muscle memory or my mind memory is a little different from just entering a trade all the time with Control B. I want to add a different layer there so that I make no mistakes. All right. So how do you set up hotkeys? First thing you do, you Google hotkeys for TOS. Then you come to thinkorswim.com, and here are the 8 steps to do that there. After that, you come into your TOS, upper right hand corner, click the gear wheel, application settings. After application settings, you come to hotkeys, scroll down, turn on hotkey function for active trader, and then you start to build out your hotkey functions and your combinations here. You can use the default, none, if you don't have anything selected, or if there's a default option there, you can use the default, or you can start to build out what you like. Okay, that is how you set up your hotkeys for TOS. All right, so we've covered hotkeys. Again, you can go look online for that. You guys know I'm very big on not regurgitating canned information. If it's out there, if it's already something that's kind of, discussed, then I'll go ahead and just tell you where to go and get it, right? But if I can add some layers to it, I will add layers to it. And in this case, I feel like I can add value by showing you, yeah, that's how I would set up my hotkeys, but let me show you why it's important. And that's the value portion, all right? So the next portion is active trader. How do you set up the active trader views in TOS? Okay, let's do that. Again, upon logging into TOS, you will select the charts view here. After that, you would go to flexible grid here, and you would align your grids or set up as many charts as you would like to see your views or your options. So to do that, you'd go right hand side, this little window pane, customize grid. When you customize grid there, it will give you options, and it'll say, hey, do you want to add a window to the top? If you want to add a window up here, you'd click this button here. Do you want to add a window to the left or right, what have you? You'd click this button in the middle. If you want to get rid of this middle grid here, this middle chart, you can eliminate it. If you want to get rid of the sidebar, that's the options here, right? The different options you see to the right, you can get rid of that sidebar as well. Okay, that sidebar in the flexible grid option here under charts, it's going to appear to the right of every single chart, no matter what you have here. So for example, let's make this disappear right now. So for example, if you wanted to see time and sales data, you can simply click time and sales data while having the chart view in front of you as well, and it will squeeze time and sales and chart side by side. You can get rid of the chart view and only read time and sales if you like. You can get rid of time and sales and chart and only put active trader there in the middle. You could trade options, you could trade stocks, whatever you want, whatever view you want to see, you'll have to play around with this and customize it. For my view, I like to see the charts, and I like to see my option positions to the left and to the right so that I can easily get in and out of trades. All right, that's how I like to see it. Okay, now for the sake of a long drawn out video here, that's how you set up your active trader. All right, you simply click the link to the right on the sidebar to highlight active trader underneath the charts and flex grid option. You can also just go under standard charts and click that as well and get to it, but this is how I set it up. Okay, now why is that important, right? How do we tie all of this together? All right, okay, so right now you guys see 2 active trader views. Why is that important to me? All right, let's go to my setup. All right, now you can go to my second video to view an Elite Trader setup, but I'm going to show you guys real quick why that's important to me. Is because I build a watch list here, and my watch list allows me to queue up my options or my positions so that I can enter and exit them pretty swiftly with my hotkeys. Okay, here's how that works. All right, so the first thing, right now it is January 23rd. It's about 7:20 Eastern Standard Time, and I'm looking at the futures market. All right, and I'm looking to trade some options based on the futures market. All right, so right away, you guys can see that the futures is kind of moving a little bit. We had a crazy week last week where we made some monster wins, monster wins. OPEX, right? The market sentiment was massively selling off. And so all of our planning and preparation played off. Most of you guys banked huge. Excellent week. So here we are picking up with the options again. And I'm looking to maybe queue up a couple of contracts to play today because I like to, get a little bit of profits in before the market opens, or, as the market opens today, but before it opens tomorrow. So what am I going to do? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the options chain, and I'm going to type in my ticker symbol. In this case, it's going to be ES. I'm trading futures options. That's what I'm doing. All right. So the first thing you want to do is you want to look at the option that you're trying to buy. Now, for me, we're sitting somewhere around 4414. But I'm not too confident, based on my thesis, that we're going to be running too hard, right? I'm not confident that we're going to all of a sudden run up. But I'm just going to be watching this position. Of course, there's not a whole lot of volume in the market right now. However, I'm going to queue up some positions. So, wow, others agree with me. Look at that, 6,000 contracts, open interest right now, sitting at 440. So I'm going to right-click this position here with my mouse. Then I'm going to left-click the copy field there, and I'm going to load up in my put selection to the left. I'm going to load up that contract. Now, conversely, I'm going to do the same for the right, just for this demonstration of this video. Right-click the option after I hover over it. I'm going to left-click copy, and I'm going to put it underneath the field that I want to see it in my watch list to the right. Then, when I come back to my chart, I can now click the different option, and it will automatically populate, all right, in my left and right side, okay? This allows me to just hotkey out of a position as we're moving toward my goal, hotkey into a position as we're moving, as we find the rejection or we have the follow through. So for example, if I want to enter a put right now, well, look at my watch list here. I have developed a watch list here, and this watch list is called 0 DTE puts. I've got a watch list for standard puts and standard calls, and then 0 DTE calls. You'll see each watch list has a number as well as a color attached to it. This is because I've synced my watch lists to my active trader per side. So brown and the number 8 represents puts. It goes on the left. See that there? Yellow and the number 2 represents calls. It goes on the right. How do I sync my watch list with my active trader or my charts? Very simply, I would simply click the icon here that says symbol link, and it will give me a number of options from 1 to 9 with different color codings. And I can map each one of these colors to any chart view that has a linkable feature to it. So for example, if I wanted to see the movement of this contract, let's say we were going to play puts, right? Here's puts, brown. This means that I could come up here to this chart, and I could link it to the number 8 or brown, and immediately this chart would now track no longer the futures, it would track the options contract in the way it's moving. If I want to unlink it, I would simply click unlink here, and I would go back to the field here to type in the underlying ticker or future or whatever I'm tracking. Does that make sense? Got it? Good. So let's recap. 2 things you've learned. You've learned how to go to the setup bar, hit applications. Under applications, you've learned how to hit hotkeys, enable the hotkey feature, and then build out your hotkey functions here. That's what you've learned, number 1. And then, of course, don't forget to apply settings to get things to take. Number 2, you've learned, all right, that I've got my active trader. You've learned how to set up active trader. On the right-hand side, first, you're going to go under charts view on the main window, flexible grid, and then your sidebar to the right, you're going to click active trader on any view that you want active trader to appear on. I like it on the left and right, and to watch my ticker in the middle. Of course, I have other things I'm watching as well. Okay. Then we've learned how to sync our active traders with our watch lists. So we would simply build out our watch lists, and then we would link them via the numbering system and the link system that TOS provides to each active trader window or chart window that we want them to be linked to. You can build out as many watch lists as you want. You can link them in any kind of combination that you want, and you're good to go from there. Finally, you've learned how to go to the options chain, how to right-click an option, left-click on copy, and then find an open field in your watch list available spacing, and then click paste, and you can put the option there so that it's ready to go and queued up for when you want to quickly get into and out of trades. All right. Now, let's finally talk about two more things. All right. Let's talk about one, market orders and setting up the top features for your active trader. And then finally, let's talk about methodology. All right. So to set up these feature buttons, if you are using your mouse, there's a few things that you need to do. First thing is you're going to want to click this gear wheel, and you are going to want to look at the available options or items that you want to see in the set of buttons or features here. All right. So if you're looking at mine, you can see right away, okay, I try to keep market orders separate from limit orders. Why? Because I don't want to accidentally click a market order when I really wanted to pound the bid, and vice versa. I don't want to accidentally click buy when I should be selling. So I try to keep them compartmentalized visually, and I separate them by the quantity of buttons feature. So in my first line, I've got market orders, buy and sell, boom. My second line, I've got quantity of buttons, and I separate my buttons in the way I like to buy my contracts. I like to buy them in blocks, 50, 100, 200, 30, 10. That's how I like to trade. And then after that, I want to be able to get out of those or get into those with a limit order. I want market as far away from limit as possible so that there's no mistake. Of course, I'll have auto send checked on because I like to get in the trade immediately without confirmation if I'm using the mouse. And then, of course, I've got the cancel, reverse, and flatten buttons in case something bad happens and I need to get out the trade fast. That's how you set these features up. Again, you'd go to the gear wheel here. You'd separate buy or your markets from your limit orders, and I like to use the quantity of buttons to separate the two. Now, there are many different ways you can set this up. This is how I like to set up my view. It works for me. It gives me an excellent advantage on the day, and I can easily get in and out of trades with no problem very, very fast. All right. So finally, I want to talk to you guys about methodology. What is my methodology for trading throughout the day? What's my methodology? Well, to do that, why don't we go and take a look at SPY, right? Now, if you look at our video, part 2 in this series, how to set up your active trader, look at the second part of this series, although I covered quite a bit in this one. Look at the second part, and I want you to do me a favor. That video was recorded live Friday. We recorded that video on the 21st live. And live, the Discord had trades. We all had trades that we were actively in and moving. Now, I came out of some of my trades or put them to the side to do some training. And I want you to specifically take a look at our levels, and you tell me if those levels hold up. All right. The methodology behind this setup, folks, is to effectively enter and exit trades fast. This is how Wall Street trades. Wall Street doesn't sit there with a mouse clicking through screens, trying to figure out what's next, where to go, making mistakes. Oh no. Wall Street, they're going to use hotkeys in any function so that they can enter at the blink of an eye or hit the stock when they need to exit, or the contract when they need to exit. So that's what we're about. We're about training you how to trade like a Wall Street whale. So do yourself a favor. Click the link down below. Come into the Discord, guys, where we're crushing it every single day. We're helping a lot of people. Come into the Discord. Go to the one-on-one bookings tab. Sit down with an expert. Let me help you trade like a Wall Street whale. All right. Every single Monday, we're doing pre-market Monday through Friday. We're live trading. We're live in the voice channel, right? And we are crushing it every single day, guys. All right. So That's all I got for you guys. I hope this has been informative for you. I just wanted to give you a little something to help you in your structure, in your setup, so that you can understand how to set up your active trader, why this is beneficial for you, and how it's going to help you to trade like a Wall Street whale. Do me a favor, click the link below, subscribe, check out our YouTube channel, go to Instagram. We're just building out all of these platforms to help you, and we're going to be posting some educational, informational, and helpful tips every single day and week to help you guys learn how to trade efficiently. Now, here's the caveat. The caveat is you've got to do the work. I know there's a lot of traders out there, and I see a lot of junk. Now, there are some good traders. I'm going to say that. There are some. But for the most part, most of these new traders, they've been in the market for 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and they don't really know a lot, guys. And quite frankly, you probably have been burned by some of them. And I'll tell you, my heart goes out to you. But don't give up. Come into the Discord, the Wealth Wells, sign up for some training, or just hang around. It's absolutely free. We don't charge anyone. The Discord is open and free at this time, guys. Get engaged in the conversation. See what we're talking about. Just sit around, look at how we trade, and you make the decision if we're elite traders, if we can help you out, guys, and really take your trading to the next level. All right? So if you're serious about trading, join the community. Let us help you develop an edge to become a consistently profitable trader. Hit the like and subscribe button. If this is your first time here, check out the other videos. We got a lot of videos to help you develop an edge in the market and to crush it every single day. My name is KDW. I'm the lead coach and trader for TWW, the Wealth Wells, and I'm here to help you guys trade like a Wall Street whale. KDW, signing out.